want to make a short video here because there's some up and coming stuff with my off-grid solar RV, which is now going to be relabeled the Mobile Ham Radio Communications Station, and for traveling, of course. So there's been a lot of people that said, oh, you got an RV? And there's other people who are saying, wow, you didn't live in the RV anymore, so I guess the word hasn't spread yet. A lot of people are wondering where this RV came from, or they think I still live in the RV, which is not the case. I want to give you a tour real quick of the RV and show you what I'm going to be doing, what it is, what I like about it, and what we're going to be doing. So stay tuned. But I took a lot of time to make a solar off-grid RV scenario. 2020 Catalina Coachmen Legacy Edition. Pulled it with my F-250. Yeah, we lived in this for 9 months. And that didn't work out at my grandparents' property, the house they built that I wanted to inherit. So I kind of changed it with that and bought a house. But we got the trailer now. And I've been busy lately. But I want to show you just a couple things of what I've done with it. Let's go inside real quick. Now, I will get up on the roof and show you the solar here in a minute. I did have this at field day. A lot of guys had fun in here on field day. And where I have it parked right now in my side, yard, I have enough room for it. Let me get this door closed. I have enough room for it here, and it sits there and runs, on solar. I mean, I have it plugged in, but sometimes in the summer, now it's going to winter time, and the sun isn't directly overhead. So why kill the batteries and keep exercising them, keeping them floating, and keep plugged in? But the AC is not on right now. I mean, it was 52 last night, so you can tell it's a nice day. I got the doors, the windows open, and the slide out is just up to this pygmy date palm. But here you have it. Now, I lived in this for 9 months. I got it at Giant Recreation World in Palm Bay. Great place, great people, because we didn't ever think about buying an RV before. And when I went looking around, La Mesa totally tried ripping us off. Gander at the time, Gander Mountain was just too new in Fort Pierce on 95, and they didn't have very many. Now they got thousands of them there, but they were so busy I couldn't find anybody to talk to them. Now they got a lot of staff there. So we lived in this for 9 months. A lot of people say you can't tell. It doesn't really smell in here at all. It's clean. In fact, with the pets and stuff, I got to put the cover back on. My brother-in-law just stayed in here overnight, one night. But we had everything covered as if it was new. And we had to make this our home for 9 months. And it was rough with a dog, a cat, a bird, me and Michelle. It was fun, though. But when you live in it, you can't use it like a recreational vehicle because you're moving your house at that point. All right? It is fully insured. It is awesome. So it's 34 feet in length, about 10,000 pounds. And what made me want to buy this? Well, okay, so it's got one slide out here. That is the kitchen table with the storage underneath. That's the slide out here. So actually this would turn into a bed. So you can take those poles out, put this down, put those cushions here and here over the top, and you'd have a bed there. But I don't plan on ever doing that. This one is a pull out, like full, I guess you'd call it. Full bed. And then you got the two comfortable recliners. Those are Thomas Paine collection, I guess. All these are the Thomas Paine collection, but they're pretty comfortable. And it's got no carpet. It's got the laminate. It's not real wood. It's just laminate. All right. But the real reason I wanted this, me and the wife picked this one, is because it has this porch. Now, I don't have it. I just opened the side. I don't feel like putting the gates up. But check it out. A sliding glass door. We lived on this porch for months, right? And, everything we did, we had the stairs out there, and these go around the outside. Right here, clip in. And when you have that open, it really makes it feel more open in here, right? So that was one reason, was the porch. A lot of people say I've never seen a porch on an RV before. So that was unique. It comes with pretty cheap TV here in the front, Sansui. I mean, I had Sansui stuff years ago, but that's kind of a cheaper TV. Has the music. So you have, it does do CDs and Bluetooth, and it's got speakers indoor and outdoor zone too. All right. The fireplace, which does actually do heat as well. think that button is stuck in now. Last night I had a problem with that button. Oh, I got the breaker turned off. That's right. So that does, you know, the little flames there, and it actually produces heat for this area. It does have more of a kitchen feel here. You see this? So the little oven, you can't really cook too much in there. Okay, little cool lights on there. Gas, so it's got the three burner gas stovetop. All right, so I'll show you this all other stuff here in a minute. You know, microwaves, actually a pretty nice microwave. It actually it heats up, and I can run that microwave with the air conditioner and the fridge on solar. I'll show you that later. But anyway, so it's got, you know, a lot of cabinet storage here. All right, and another reason I picked this, neutral colors, of course. This is a 15,000 BTU Coleman Mach system with the air vents in the bathroom, in the back bedroom, and here. But it's also got its own AC. But let me show you this. Another reason, when you live in here, you know, some of the RVs that you may have or you see, it's kind of like when you walk in the door, it's all together. There's a little wall, but someone can walk in, just look around. There's the bedroom, there's the bathroom. I wanted like separate rooms. See? So I wanted a whole bedroom in itself like this. No, the bed's not made. So this has actually got its own AC, 13,500 BTU. Can't run them both on solar at the same time, just one. And it's got, we bought a new clean mattress. If you ever buy an RV, mattresses kind of suck that come with it. It was like you know, recycled couch cushion foam is what was there. And we bought a pillow top for mattress firm, whatever. Some storage here, some storage up top, and storage underneath the mattress as well. It's also got central heat. See the registers there? Gas. So you have electric heat from the fireplace and gas heat in here, the bathroom, and living room over there. I was trying to focus here. There you go. So I put this TV in here. It's got the connections up top. I'm going to redo something with that. I put some smart outlets in here. I can turn them on and off and monitor like the solar, the current usage for solar, stuff like that. All right, so that's that. Some more cabinets over here. So pretty homey feeling, right? All right, and then lastly, I also picked, because I wanted, when we were living in here at the time, I wanted the bathroom to feel like an actual bathroom. And believe it or not, this shower in this bathroom was just as big as the one I had in my rental I lived in for 11 years. With the skylight, fart fan, and all the lights, individual lights in this RV, can be turned on or off just with a button, or you can go to the control panel here and turn all interior on, all exterior off. You know, I don't like this. I'm going to change this with a digital form. Slide out, awning, stuff like that. So now okay, enough about the RV, right? What did I do to make this like solar, right? Let me get up on the roof. I'll show you. We'll take a look at how it's faring up top from the weather for now over a year. I bought this August last year, so it's over a year old. Let's see how I mounted the panels up there. I'm not going to climb on the roof because I don't feel like getting up there right now. I'm going to get a ladder though and show you. But this is going to be for ham radio off grid, right? Check it out. I'm gonna do this really cool, like under here. Okay, that slide out. You see right here, right? A lot of just space I could utilize. I'm gonna run some coax underneath the floor from wherever I'm gonna have the mast and antennas affixed on the camper, and have the bulkheads right here. And I'm also gonna have an outlet for when I use, if I use generator, which there's not a generator on here, but I'm gonna get a little Honda, and then batteries, directly off batteries, 110, and off the solar. So that way I could utilize that for several things, you know. And also the bulkheads for a VHF antenna, you know, dual band, plus a beam, plus a loop, or whatever I want to set up. So when I go deployed, I don't have to run the coax like I did in field day through the windows and stuff. I just set my radio up here, plug in what I need, and away I go. All right, so how did I mount these on here? Well, that's on my other YouTube channel. I'm not going to really go through it now. I did use Flex Seal. And for those who said Flex Seal is garbage, we're talking about last September. Look at it. It's all intact. Okay? I ran screws through there. I put, Flex Seal on all the things. It's all still there. Now I have 1265 watts on here. First of all, this is a polycrystalline from Amazon, 100 watt. That is a monocrystalline from Amazon over here, which is 175 watt. That's for the 12 volt system. So 275 for 12 volt. Then over here I have two 355 watts, bought on Facebook for 100 a piece. Three 175 watt monocrystallines that I got on from a wholesaler in Orlando. So all these were new. So 1260 watts, and I have them running in this current condition. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 running at 72 volts. So I put all these are 36 volt panels individually. So I ran 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, and 36 series to, I forget how I did it now. I got the LaBouge, whatever you call them, the combiners, and I ran them. So I think these two are in series for 72 volts, and those three are in series for 72. Then I combine them in parallel, I guess. So 72 volts, even with the shade. Let me give you a shot here. All right, so 72 volts in the shade with the Mpp controller down to 24 volts for the battery plant, which then feeds a 5,000 watt pure sine wave inverter back up to 120 volts to run the air conditioning and the fridge and all the other stuff. You see there's pine needles now. I guess it's getting close to winter time. But so I started off 36 volts and I went to 48 volts. Now I'm at 72 volts. And actually, I'm working on how I could fit more solar on this thing. There's not a lot of room left on here for solar, but anyways, that's how I have the solar set up there. I'm using 10 gauge pure copper stranded wire from all these, all waterproof MC4 connectors that I put on all the panels because they had some weird connectors on there. And let me show you where those are going. This was the only toolbox that I could find to fit on the tongue of this trailer. Okay. Oh, well, first let me go up here. So I tried my best to take those wires down in loom like this, under the trailers, so they don't look too bad. I mean, those little 3M sticky tabs, those aren't really working good because I keep having to replace them. So I got to come up with a solution to, see here, look. See? If you have any ideas for that, comment, because I put those on and the heat in Florida is just too much. See? Look. So I'm gonna have to get those off, but those go under and they go to the battery plant here. Now, for those who are saying, oh, the tongue weight's too much, well, I'm adding, I don't know how many hundreds of pounds. Yeah, see, these are coming off here too. I got to get those up there. So we might use some screw brackets on there. That's what I might do. So I mounted this on, okay, and this is what it looks like. I did all this myself. Ugh. This is the battery plant. All right, I have a Mpp Charge Controller from eBay. Link is Amazon. Link is in the description. It's been holding off quite well. It'll do all the way up to 130 volts input in the cell and 12, 24, 36, or 48 volts with the Bluetooth, which I can see fell off here. There's the Bluetooth there, and I could check everything remotely from my cell phone. But I'm going to be putting a new system for the. I'm not going to use this to monitor the batteries on my app anymore. I'm going to use a battery monitor system with one on each cell, so I could tell the internal resistance on each cell and stuff like that. But I used a double-aught cable here. No, 1-aught. Excuse me. Got all this from Amazon as well. And I never did finish this kludge here. I wanted to organize this, fuse and not, So I have, these are Alpha Cell 100 XTVs. These are good for down to 20% depth of discharge, and they'll actually work way down to like 25 degrees Celsius. So telco grade batteries. And I crimped every connector on there with the heat shrink. Sometimes I ran out of heat shrink. You can see the tape. So basically I have one bank, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12 volts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12 volts. And then I took the two 12s and put them in parallel, series to make 24. Okay, 24 volts. These are 80 amp hours each. 8, 6, 40, 400. There's 60, 300. Okay, 300 amp hours. They are lead acid sealed, and you may say, oh, you get some lithium. I got news for you. You buy me the lithium batteries to replace this, I will give you all this. I will video it. I will drive to your house, bring you every one of these with the charge controller, and I'll buy you a new solar panel if you buy me all the lithium to put in here. You're talking thousands of dollars, guys. I can run in the sun in the summer all day long without even worrying about dropping below 24.5 volts. I mean, normally they're floating at 27.2, whatever. And, you know, if I run the AC, I mean, at field day, ask the guys. I had that thing cooking, you know, 60-something degrees during the day, and I had it frozen windows overnight. At night, you got to budget your AC. But anyways, so that's those. And then I have the two 12 volts here. So that's 120 amp hours last for the 12 volt system. And that is being charged. So this over here, the 24 volt system is all handled here. Then I have, now this is a mess in here. Don't look in here. I haven't fixed this yet. I got stuff just thrown in here when I was moving it the other day. So, all right, here is the Mpp Charge Controller for the 12 volt system. Right now, you know, the batteries are at 14.7 volts, 14.6, drawing 1.5 amps, and the solar is bringing in 17 volts, 1.5 amps. So that is also Bluetooth. So check that Bluetooth as well. And what I've had in here in the past was just gangs and gangs of ham radio antennas. All my ham radio stuff went in here. Here's the inverter here. This is a, I'll link that on Amazon as well. That was hard to find, 24 volt, because they didn't have them in stock, and the price, that's like $549. Pure sine wave, 24 volt in, 120 out with the two outlets on the front. So I hardwired it to the plug out back. I'll show you, and I got two. So all I really have to do is this. Watch this. Turn that on. Batteries are 27.4. Now watch this. You go this way. This is why I did it this way. I did not want to drill into the breaker panel or ruin the RV. You go like this. You take this plug out. Right here. That's got 120 volts on it from the inverter. You just stick it in the socket right where you normally plug your shore power in. You're done. That's it. I ran it like that. I ran 8 gauge, 4 conductor, 30 amp style there. 50 amp plug bridged together. So it's like having a 30 amp adapter on a 50 amp plug. And I ran that under the frame. Must have hit something here. Don't know how the hell I did that. And that goes up front. So that way, I could pull it out if I really had to. If I wanted to sell it, I would leave it all on there. But if somebody didn't want it, I could pull it all out. You wouldn't even know that this thing ran on solar. That's why I want to do that. Turn that off. So that's pretty cool, the way I have that set up. And as far as everything else, in propane in the front, 240-pound tanks, outdoor shower. It's got the full you know, water tank inside, water hookup, black flush cable. So I got the little TV antenna up top right at the end of that ladder. It's a little tiny one. It doesn't get very many signals at all. You can see this is what I'm going to be putting up on my tower. I got, what, 2 of those, that, and one more similar to that in the garage. That's VHF. These are UHF. So one's going to be facing Orlando, one's going to be facing West Palm. That's going to be facing probably Orlando, and I'll probably put a Yagi up facing Tampa. Should be able to get everything. But I want to have something like this. See, I have no room up here for, you know, this sway control thing there. I have no room to put any masts up here unless I really get ingenious. I could do it on the front of here, but this is very weak metal. I even had to cut some of it to get the batteries in and stuff. So what I might do is this. When we start talking ham radio on this thing all the time, I'm going to have some masts, like the carbon fiber mast I have on my tripod there that I got from Gigaparts. I might just get the fiberglass. Carbon fiber is too expensive. And I might make some plate right here and mount them like this. And when I deploy, when I go somewhere, boom, shoot it up. The coax will already be going right underneath the trailer to my seat. It'll have maybe a loop antenna on top, or possibly, you know, some sort of like delta, what do you call it? Like a wire or something, you know. I want to be able to deploy this in any parking lot or anywhere and not have to worry about if there's a tree around or what happens. So I could even, you know, put something up and then run one of the wires down to the corner over here with a standoff, and one over there, and have like an inverted V over my head, then a loop and a Yagi, and CB antenna and VHF, VHF dual band antenna, TV antenna, all that stuff where I could just deploy it anywhere I want. All right, that's the idea here. So what you're going to see announcing right now, if you're watching this video on YouTube, my new series coming up is parking lots on the air. I'm going to go to a different parking lot with this thing once a month, and I'm going to have 25 QSL cards from that parking lot made, and I'm going to send those 25 off with 25 contacts I make. Portable off grid, I'm going to roll up there the diesel, shut it off, run the slide out on, turn the AC on and the solar during the day, sit down, make 25 contacts, pack up and leave. Be like an impromptu flash mob for RVs in parking lots, you know? So that's what I'm gonna do. And my wife says, well, can I like go in the store or something and shop while you're doing that? Sure, go do that. If I go in the Walmart parking lot, if I go into Buc-ee's up at Daytona, Buc-ee's out by Tampa, rest area on 95, wherever. I'm gonna go anywhere I can, parking lots on the air. I might not even run the porch out at that time. I might just, you know, have it set up where I might even have a designated radio in here. I'd like to have designated, I don't want to take my stuff in and out of here. So I'd like to, if I could, I'll make something to where, I don't know, a go box where I could, I mean, come on guys, look, we have to have, you know, a 2-meter dual band rig with weather, you know, mounted under here with the mic hanging, and then we got to have something over. I know, I'm already thinking, where can I mount a radio in here? How many radios can I be hanging? No, I don't want to do all that. I don't want to mount too many things. But if I can mount something over here where I can just turn it on, flip it on, and away I go, close it up, hang out, you know, or drive away, whatever. I'm hoping to have this at Orlando Hamcation in February. I want to get the RV space and have this thing here and camp out all weekend, play radio, stuff like that. So that is my up and coming. No more living in it. No, I did buy a house. It's right there, like 8 months ago. So if you're one of those people asking, what do you mean? What happened to the RV? Or where did you get an RV? Well, that's what you get. So thanks for watching. That's an update. We got more videos coming. 7.3 KJ4 YZI.